Good morning, good morning. Got two people here. Very cool. Who we got? Anybody I know? Alright. So, here is this tank that has taken much longer than I thought it was going to take. Yeah, let me make some room here. I have been grinding away at it. It is properly varnished and everything. I got some pretty sweet transfers on there. Let me see it. That's pretty sweet, right? I think so. Anyway, we're working on the weapons. It's just a few. We're almost done. So I want to kind of grind as much as I can and get it done. So we got a few things here. Maybe we'll work on blue for now while everything else is drying up. Hey, Mr. Warhorse, what's up? Everybody hear me okay? Alright. I can't wait till this thing is over so I can like clean my station before the next project. How's your Monday? Am I on camera? Here, let me move this over a little bit. There we go. This print kind of sucks. I would not recommend the seller on Etsy. Ooh, hi Taco. Is it late or is it early for you? Who else we got? Vulcan. Oh, look at it. All my friends is here. Now that's what we call blessed, isn't it? By the way, something happened to the music settings on this Streamlabs, and I cannot get it straight. So that's why there's no music anymore. But that's okay, because y'all came to hang out, not listen to free synthwave music. Am I right? And I have a little treat for you guys. When we get to a stopping point where I can let stuff dry, I got a Chinese recast Terminator Chaplin. 8 at night. Oh, okay. Well, dang. I thought it was super late where you're at. Well, it's 8 o'clock here too. And it's a school night. It's not really relevant for me, but for my kid it is. What you guys working on? Just hanging out? grab this. On camera? Yeah, I'm on camera. It's like, you know, I'm kind of burnt out because I've been grinding on this tank for, geez, almost a month, I think. I'm so sick. I'm so sick of looking at this thing. But I'm like, the finish line is right there. I just gotta stick it out just a little bit longer. Like, if I were to like work like until late tonight on this, I could be done with it. But like for my own sanity, I have to work a little bit at a time on this. I had planned to finish this over the weekend, but I had some personal issues going on. I just was not in. I wasn't in the mood to hobby all weekend. But I'm trying to do this now because I got some super sick blade guard and terminators I want to work on. I don't know if you can see this, but this is how you can tell a bad print. Let me see if I can focus this. Is anybody able to see the cracks? There's cracks running the length of this. And I'm not sure what caused that separation in the print. I just know that if anybody recalls, when I first started working on this tank, I showed the chassis that the seller had originally sent me, and it was awful quality, terrible quality control from this printer. And the chassis was so bad it took up all my attention. I didn't notice that like some of the add-ons were also terrible. So I just got to deal with those. But anyway, I will only be buying prints from my friend Damned Primarch's Celestial Forge from now on. Because I know that he would not send me a crappy print. Anyway, that's how I feel about that. What's we got here? Hey, banana friend. All my friends is here, man. Stay blessed, Kings. Am I right? I think overcuring can cause cracks. I had heard that too. Now look, I'm gonna be real. When I was, dabbling in printing, I have the wash and cure machine, the Anycubic, where it rotates with the UV light. It's just fun to watch that thing. So I mean, if I had that, I could understand overcuring, but I think this guy was just in such a hurry to sell these so he could make the sale that he just was sending out any kind of crap. But anyway, we making it. But I'm going to have to be careful with the shading on here because if it gets in that cracks, it's just going to exacerbate them. So we will spot shade this when we get to that point. Yeah. we get good coverage on this, and then we will move on to the next piece. By the way, I mentioned before, one of my weaknesses is obsessing over details that nobody's going to see. And I spent all this time on the wings, the feathers on my tank. And touch that up a bit. And then when you put the last cannons on the side, it covers up most of the wings. Whoops. Alright, that might have been a little bit lazy, but that thing's going to be red. These are going to be blue. I need a little more blue. Devil's in the details. That's what I say. If I'm going to do something, and if I'm going to be here for 20 hours painting this thing, what's the difference between, 20 hours and, well, 16 hours, I guess. There is a difference, but it's negligible, I guess. Alright. I was heavy on the shade here, so it's kind of messy. Ooh. Pretty tired. I made the mistake of taking a late nap yesterday, and I woke up at 8:30, and I stayed up too late. One of the hazards of taking a late weekend nap. Anything good happen to anybody today? I could use some good news. Alright, focus time. Goodness. Nothing good happened to anybody. That's not unusual. Alright, here we go, guys. When I finish this detail work, I'll be able to chat a bit more. Uh-oh. I forgot to feed my cat, and that's why he's sitting there looking at me like that. Wow. By the way, if anybody does Death Guard, how the heck is this? Sorry about this. It's impossible to listen to YouTube for ambiance with the advertisements. Anyway, friend sent me an STL pack for I don't remember what the name is, but it's a really cool Death Guard proxy. Very, very detailed. Very cool. Anyway. Let's see what we got. Ugh. Goodness gracious. Oh, we grinding, boys. We grinding. Let's see. Let's think about something happy. Something happy. I saw some cardinals. There you go. That's something happy. I saw a cardinal this morning. That's my favorite bird. Did y'all know that? Cardinal. I just like the red crest on him. He looks very dashing. So whenever I see a cardinal flying around, I always feel like we're gonna make it, bros. Life's too short to doom or post. Find something that makes you happy. Alright. I was trying to get this done to get it put into Ruler of Humanity's art contest, but I guess I missed it. Which is my bad, I suppose, but whatever. Alright, that's going to look nice with some shading on it right there. Yeah, buddy. Alright. Okay. I think that'll be fine, yeah. Darken this up a little bit there. So y'all, I've been playing lately. I think I mentioned it on Twitter. I've been playing Total War Warhammer again. And man, they have all these updates and stuff out now for it. I don't know how I feel about it. I liked it a lot better when the AI would just storm my fort walls and I got to shoot them up with artillery playing as Empire. Now they try to come at you from different avenues. I know it's more challenging, but I just like blowing stuff up with rocket artillery. blue. There, that print is ugly. Alright. I assume everybody's just painting. Ugh. Alright, let's fix this with my sculpting tool. That's right. Alright, next. I think we're gonna apply the sacred oils. We're gonna apply the sacred oils. I think I got some left. Alright. Here we go. Now this was let's not lose control of it now. This was, what is this? Lead Belcher. I like Runefang Steel better because it's brighter. I mean, Lead Belcher is probably good for Mechanicum, or not really so much my guys. So I'm gonna hit this with a dry brush of Runefang Steel. Well, another thing, I don't know if you can see this, but the printer was not aligned, or the bed shifted. That's probably what happened. The bed shifted while it was printing this heavy bolter. So like, when I first looked at it, it looked like, I don't know, just like, it was just like machine, like, it looked like the pattern on the model. But if you can see this from the top, can you see how, I guess, like, stuff is shifting over? Yeah, so that's just a crappy print from a crappy seller. It's not normally supposed to be like that. Alright. Okay, there's that one. And do these. Oh, and these weapons are all magnetized too. Actually, when I was doing the heavy bolter, initially I put the magnet in the wrong way. So the polarity wasn't right. So imagine my surprise when I go to like test fit it. Oi. Yeah. That has never happened to me before. So I guess I was just extra stupid. Ooh, wah wah wee wah. Alright. And we're going to highlight this with that same Runefang Steel. And I might hit the top of the barrels with some Reikland Flesh Shade. We'll see. Alright. Is this still wet? Hope not. Doesn't look like it. Anybody washing dishes or something? I'm just curious. Alright, there you go. Let that one dry for a minute. Ooh, I forgot. Dang. Okay. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we room playing steel? There it is. One viewer. Everybody's pieced out. That's okay. I should put some music on, huh? Silver. Well, why don't we do that later? We'll do the green first. If anyone's familiar, I always use this acrylic gouache for my greens. Let me see here. What do you plan on painting after this? Like I said, I have some printed Terminators. So this guy's got a Deathwing head. I got some Terminators and I have some Dark Angels Blade Guard. So that was my project for this summer, was supposed to be a first company detachment. So that's what I want to try to stick to, even though I keep finding all this other stuff. Like this is a Tech Marine that was mailed to me. I kind of want to do him just because I'm kind of tired of painting nothing but blue. So I want to try something different, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so we're going to try to do up the lights on this here sensor array. I could have put a storm bolter on a sponson. Sponson? Is that the word? Could have did that, but I thought it made more sense for a command vehicle to have sensor equipment. So let me see if I can get this in here. I just go with this bright lime green because it sticks out. I don't know if you see it, but yeah, see it's just very vibrant against the red. So I got that there, and I'm going to do it here. It's a little more difficult on this one, huh? See, boom, that stands out beautifully. I'll let that dry and then see how much is left, and then I'm going to ring that with some Runefang steel. And this little white bit there. Maybe we'll hit that with a little, that's a good idea. We're going to hit that with a little blue, so maybe it looks kind of like glass. Just a little, I'm thinking a little, very, very, very thin down Baharoth blue. And I have no idea how it's going to look like, but it's just part of experimenting. Well, thank you, Vulcan. Oh yeah, better. Shaking it up. Alright, again, I'm just going to put a little bit right there. And we'll see if we can just dab this in here. Ooh, that's pretty watery. Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for. Just to push it around a little bit. Alright, so that's out. Let me soak that up on this towel and just soak up the excess a little bit. Alright, so yeah, okay. So if you can see that, it looks like a little rectangle because the wet paint has kind of congealed around the rim. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take just a little, when this dries, I'm going to take a little tiny bit of Drakenhof Nightshade to shade it up. And then later when I get to the varnishing stage, I'll use just a little bit of gloss varnish in there so it looks like glass. I can do the same thing for these things too. And I didn't do that on the headlights on the tank because I wasn't really that pleased with the headlights the way they looked. So if I put gloss varnish on it, it'd probably pull more attention to them, which is not what I want to do. So, alright, we're going to let that dry, and when these green targeting things are dry, I'm going to put a little dot of white on them as a reflection. Alright, so that one's good. Let me move to the gold. We have two things. Actually, four things that need gold. Oh man, the finish line is almost there. By the way, the Retributor armor is the best gold on the Citadel range. Alright, so let's start with this one because this one has the most potential to go sideways. On camera. I'm staying on camera. I'm getting better about it. Alright. Need a little more water in there. sometimes I ask, am I working too hard on floral pattern? Nah. I just wanted there to be a little gold on this little tiny piece here. I'll come back on that one. And you know, this is for real. This is the longest I've ever worked on any model. But I mean, how often does one do a first company command vehicle, you know? Shoot a message right quick. Oh, does Retributor cover well, or is it about the same as other golds? Well, you know, I'm not sure, because I usually put it on over a white base coat, so it typically shows up okay. But I mean, I always do, like, you know, I always do 2 coats anyway usually. So I'll go back on this one here. Again, here I'm working so small, it doesn't really. Let's see if we can dull this down just a little bit. Wow, Space Shark, your paint job looks so clean. Yeah, man, you know what a pain it is to make it that clean? It's like I want to paint something where it's like, it's not slap chop, but where it's like, okay, you have one Space Marine, you have 1 hour to finish them. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of want to do some kind of challenge like that. I think that would be a nice change of pace. I have a regular Space Marine here. Actually, I have 3 Assault Space Marines with Ultramarines pads on them. So, and I have, what, McCrag Blue or Thunderhawk Blue, whatever it is. Oh, see, now, boom, that really makes that pop. Alright, and you know what? This needs some highlights for the blue and the red. And maybe some shading on the gold. Anyway, alright, we'll come back to that one. That gold looks good. I feel better about that. Alright, so that's there. Let's do the gold over here. These X's here are going to be gold. Hold this brush kind of diagonal. I'm definitely not a professional painter, but I've just picked up stuff from watching other people. Standing on the shoulders of giants. I think that's the expression. Oh, look at that. It looks nice. You know, I probably should have did the front part of the barrels here red, because that's my thing is, you know, the weapons, I do the weapons are red, but I didn't want to have too much red on top of each other, you know what I mean? That looks nice. Alright, we'll come back to that in a minute. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll just round the tips just a little bit. I don't like the skimp. You know, if something has a side like this, I try to get it. Just doing the top is easy, but it also seems lazy in my opinion. What his banana friend who was here earlier, what did he say? The devil is in the details. Well, I found him, and he's right here in these damn X's. Alright. We're getting there, boys. You know, it's really satisfying though, is, you know, you look at where you came from and look at where you ended up, because this thing, a month and a half ago, this tank was just a pile of sticky parts that were sent to me, and now look at it. Now I would dare say it's beautiful, and I can't wait to assemble it and take photos. But I gotta varnish everything too. Well, varnish the weapons. The tank is already varnished. Hey, buddy. My kid's in the house, which is right where he's supposed to be, but you know. Alright. Next one, we're going to do this top bit here on the bolter. It's going to be gold. Let's see. I hope I got enough gold. Sorry about that. Let's see. Uh-oh. Not enough gold on there. Oh, that gold is not like this. It's going to take 2 or 3 coats. Dark Splinter 82 is rating with a party of 6. Oh, no pressure or anything on there. Hello, Mr. Dark Splinter and all his friends. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A brush slipped. Well, it happens to the best of us. Hello! It's always nice to have new friends. I am working on a 3D printed Land Raider for Warhammer 40k or equivalent sci-fi games. And man, I'm almost done. I can't even tell you, I'm so ready to be done with this. Ooh, need more gold. Do I know you from Twitter? The name is not familiar. Ooh, hey, not bad. It's going to need to get touched up, but it ain't bad. Sorry, man, gotta go. Hey, man, no worries. I appreciate you hanging out, man. You have a blessed evening. And I'll see you out there. Is it me and Dark Splinter? Alright. I wish I didn't have to do those touch-ups, but you know, sometimes it's just the nature of the beast. Alright. Here's this. That's going to require some red touch-ups. Ooh, goodness. Ooh, I didn't know I made that big a mistake. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so the gold on there is going to dry. Gold there is fine. Gold there is here. You know what, guys? Wow, there's 4 people here. What happened? The more I'm looking at this, the more I've decided I want to make this. Now I'm looking at it. I want to make this barrel here red. I think it would look much better with the red barrel. Well, hold on. Let me look. Alright, here is our tank. Let me see if I can get it on camera without showing myself in my underwear. Alright. So, here's our tank. Here, what are we thinking? Should we leave it? You know what? I'm looking at it like this. If you make that barrel red and you look at it from this way. Oh, thank you, Dark Splinter. I appreciate you. Man, I can't tell. I've been working on this thing for like a month, off and on. So, let me run this by you. If this part of the barrel is made red, when you look at it from the side, it's going to be red on top of red, right? You see what I'm saying? So I'm leaning towards leaving it like this and just highlighting it with some silver. Anyway, all right, okay. I feel all right. So I'm tired, man. I'm exhausted. Words are hard. You, this is the first time you've tuned into me, I guess. I'm very particular about my colors. I don't like colors touching, right? So I like to have like blue, red, blue, something like that. So here we got blue, red, and then the gunmetal. I think we'll leave it like that. All right. So okay, I feel better about that. Why don't we? Hold on, I'm gonna go change my water right quick. BRB. All right, here we go. Ugh. I don't know why I'm wearing headphones because there's no music playing. It's just a reflex, I guess. All right. What do we say was next? Oh, the white scar. We're going to use white scar for a little highlight. I'm going to use my worn out brush because when it's wet it makes a pretty good point for a worn out brush, or it used to. Let me see. Yeah, kind of. Alright. Let me shake this a little bit more. White always gives me a lot of problems. In case anybody's curious, because there's some new people here, I got a little case there with some of my finished dudes, and then some stuff that's needs to get worked on. If anybody was curious for the new people. But anyway, yeah. Let's get to cracking. Always make sure your paint pots are closed up good. Alright. This is good enough. So we're just going to have to be very, very careful. Let's try this one first. Just trying to get the best point that I can, even though this brush is not really cooperating. Alright. Alright, and there's our... Oh, well, yeah, I guess we will need a little room fang steel in there. But anyway, there's the reflection there. Let's do the reflection here. I used to not mess with this stuff, but it's so fast just to punch your paint job up just a little bit. be time to throw this brush in the trash, yeah. Alright, that'll have to do on that one. Alright, and then this little blue one, I was trying to make that look like glass, so I'm going to put a little shading on that, and then I'll put some gloss varnish on there to make it look like glass. Alright, man, we're getting there. Okay, I'm going to keep using this crappy brush because I think this might be the last hurrah for this little brush here. We're going to do the blue highlights, and for blue highlights we use Lothran blue, and we'll have to wrap this stream up here soon because it's time to get my kid ready for bed. Alright, here's a little blue there, not too much. Alright. Probably should do the shading on this first, but you know what? It don't matter. Yeah, I can't believe that guy sent me this thing like this. Bless you. The kid's sneezing in his room. Alright, how about this? See, if I highlight this edge here, it might help to obfuscate some of the layer separation. Might. Alright. If you hear a bunch of noise outside, it's fighter jets. Alright, I think we're just going to have to say that this is good. Yep. Alright boys, I got some major detail. I don't think I'm going to shade this because I don't want the shade getting into the cracks. So I think we're just going to highlight this. Or highlight the blue and leave it as is. Like I say, part of design is emphasizing what you want people to focus on and obfuscating what you want them to ignore. So I think we'll leave this one just like that. Alright, so it's got some highlights on it, and it's not really the focus anyway of the model. I think if anything, people will focus more on the heavy bolter. So we will try to focus on that. Just highlight these here. Highlight those. Nice. Ooh, that was the right one. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna wrap this blue up, and then that's gonna be a picture wrap on old Space Shark. What else? No more blue. That's it for the blue. Alright, Mr. Dark Splinter and the other 3 people watching, that is it for me for tonight. But here's what we are trying to finish. We will finish it. I might do a little more work tonight, but otherwise it's going to get finished tomorrow or Wednesday. And then on my Friday stream, hopefully I'll have some Terminators or some Blade Guard to work on. And then maybe then I'll work on some more of this Chaplain recast that I picked up on my recent trip to China. So anyway, that's it, man. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. I think it's very cool that people will come and spend a little time with me while I'm doing this. Y'all have a blessed evening, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.